This is a jar of cookies sitting on a shelf 2 feet off the ground. So you get a ladder, climb up the ladder, take the cookies only to get your hand stuck in the jar. That is what TypeScript is. Now, I'm not even bashing TypeScript, it's JavaScript that got us into this situation to begin with. Okay, but before we continue, full disclaimer, this video is for sarcastic purposes only. So if you are currently learning JavaScript or TypeScript, do not get discouraged. Those are two great languages, and I probably wouldn't be where I am today if I had not learned them. With that said, let's continue with the video.
Beautiful, elegant, human ingenuity at its finest.
Now, aside from TypeScript being human ingenuity at its finest, in order for us to understand why TypeScript should not exist, we must first understand how computers manage memory. In reality, data types do not exist. There are only zeros and ones. We, as the creators of the language, have decided what an integer is, how much memory it should take, where it should be stored, and how we should treat it. This is why a tiny integer and a character can both be stored in the same spot of memory, but can wield wildly different results and behaviors. Computers are stupid, and we must tell them exactly what to do and how to do it. So when we tell a computer, hey, I, the programmer, don't even know what kind of data is coming through, and then we have a problem. It's a bit like writing in a notebook, where in one case you think you will be writing a lot of information, so you just leave a couple of pages, only to find yourself writing one line, and then just having a large gap in between. And in a second scenario where you write one line and immediately another, only to find that you should have left more space to add more context. In order for JavaScript to store data in memory, it uses dynamic typing at runtime. And because variables can hold different types of data, the size of the data any given variable is referencing can also change, resulting in JavaScript constantly needing to make type checking each time it does something the JIT compiler didn't catch on to. It executes one line, then something unexpected happens, then all of a sudden your end users are like Regina George getting hit by a runtime error.
And shove it right up your hairy...
Now, historically, we assumed that dynamically typing things would make life easier. But we later realized the sheer amount of runtime errors, refactoring problems, and performance overhead that these languages can cause is a serious problem. Which brings us to TypeScript. TypeScript is like a wet bandit on a wound that has been caused by a sword. It adds a bunch of if statements and type checking, and then once you finally compile the code, all those checks are magically gone, and you're back to a language that does not care about the types at all. JavaScript is Willy Wonka's teeth that has been munching on chocolate, while TypeScript is the gigantic ugly-ass braces trying to keep his brown pearls intact. But hey, what do I know? I'm English.
Oh, behave.
Yeah. And we're supposed to sit here and believe that Microsoft, a multi-billion-dollar company, does not have the power to change the ECMAScript specifications to add static typing to a language? I mean, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but I think Microsoft wants the V8 engine to eat up more RAM, so we upgrade our computer and install Windows 11, which would also explain why React is being used in the start menu. So what exactly is the solution? Well, I have a pretty good one. Let's all just simply, unanimously, altogether delete all the browsers. They're all tracking us anyway. We need to especially delete Edge and Google Chrome. I mean, if it's not Google that's tracking us, Mark Zuckerberg would be as well. So, I mean, he is an alien after all, and as we've learned from the new War of the Worlds film, aliens too are after our data. But before I end this video, I want to give just one last analogy because I think it's pretty funny. The invention of TypeScript after the willful design of JavaScript is a bit like a pregnant woman taking a medication for no apparent reason whatsoever, knowing that the side effects are to cause her son blindness, only for her 20 years down the line to give him robotic artificial eyeballs. Anyways, with that said, sorry to all the TypeScript fans out there. I use TypeScript with Vue on the front end, and I know, life is hard. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.